Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Procast, the side of East Yorkshire, and it's over 1v1 on Shrine of Excellion. Over in the Space Marine corner we have Inain Dugon Yaya, and over in the Sisters corner we have got RGS Mouse. Mouse throwing down a couple of missionaries, Adeptus Auroris Covenant, whereas the Space Marine player is going to go for some triple scouts and a chapel barracks. So very excited. I think this is the first time I've ever cast the game with Inain Dugon Yaya, so always excited seeing new players. New players bring in new ideas, new builds, new everything really. We've got a plasma generator going on around the back here where it's nice and safe. Lovely colour scheme, as always, from RGS Mouse. He has got quite the plethora of colour schemes, going for the blue and yellow, or blue and gold I should say. Very nice, looks wonderful on the old ecclesiarchal chapels and convents and whatnot. Everyone just capturing the nearest and dearest at the moment. We've got a force commander forcing his way out and a canoness as well, so very keen on getting those hero units out. Going to be having their eyes on these relics as well for their upgrades. Scouts going to move up, probably going to do some scouting, maybe some decapping if they can help it. Listening shrine or listening post over on here. They are going to see what's going on. They won't spy any Seraphim nonsense, so no worries in being harassed early in the game, so that's a useful information to know. Missionaries not caring one jot the bullets of the Scout Marines. Force Commander coming out to say hello. Canoness chasing down these scouts, and we do have some Celestians. Limit of 1 on these ladies, but pound for pound they are better than your average Space Marine.
Scouts ready. Defending objective.
Missionaries over here capturing these bits and bobs.
Yes,
Scouts just on a mission, just keeping this canoness busy. Although the Celestians will spot them. Will they be able to get the decap before they are destroyed into 1,000 tiny pieces? They will manage to get that decap, even though they have been knocked around somewhat fierce.
Yes, my lord.
Losing 2 moles in the process, but they will be able to delay this strategic point capture. More sisters coming out of the convent. Some Space Marines on the way out.
Scouts awaiting orders.
These scouts... No, I do believe... they've set the rally point on this scout. I believe that's what that little symbol is. That's quite a useful thing to do. Interesting thing to keep in mind. One thing I always forget to do when playing any form of RTS is make use of the rally points.
Scouts here.
More scouts out. 79 and 10 to 73 and 10, so very even economies at the moment. Scouts are going to get the brunt of these bolters. 1 squad wipe going on over there. And it does look like a second scout squad is going to be taken out as well, although they will retreat. Big blinding ability from the canoness will reduce their line of sight. Force Commander is going to try and tie up these Celestians. Celestians are an all-round amazing unit, although maximum of 4 ladies early on in the game. These guys will want to fall back, Scout included. Ladies have got the model advantage. Although we do have some more Space Marines coming out as well. Hopefully this dude can escape. He's going to run from these ladies. Lots of sisters out at the moment. This Force Commander is going to try and go toe-to-toe. This Canoness. Canoness not terrible in close combat, but not too tanky in her own right. This Space Marine sadly does go down in the end. We do have some missionaries over here as well, also trying to decap this listening shrine, listening post. So I've just finished casting a game with Eldar in it, so now everything's a listening shrine in my head. Space Marine's been chased about. Their blue cloaks flashing in the wind as these Space Marines make an honourable withdrawal. They're not retreating, they're just advancing in the wrong direction. Well, this canoness has been left and forgotten, which will be a major upset if the Space Marine player will be able to get her killed. Shooter bits on this dude, will manage to get her down, and a massive debuff going on these ladies. Space Marines there won't be able to make much of an advantage of it. They will be forced back all the same. Servitor is out. Going on a mission there. Wondering what we will see him do. Or unless he's been rallied over somewhere over here. Is there a rally point somewhere over here? Possibly. Maybe.
We are servants of the God Emperor.
Force Commander. Standing firm, but very low on health. Missionaries going over here, going to do some plasma generator bashing.
I serve the Emperor.
Force Commander on his last lease of health. And he will go down, providing a massive debuff for the Space Marines. Servitor, realising, what on earth am I doing? Where am I going?
We are taking fire.
Will come back home. Grey Knight's coming out. This will be an excellent choice from the Space Marine player. We'll be able to go toe-to-toe with the Celestians. We can take the Celestians down, or at least just stop this constant harass. Space Marine players do like to get a good, massive ranged capabilities online. The more Space Marines you have in one area, the harder it is to take them all down with their heavy armour and whatnot.
Father and guardian.
They do have better armour than your average Battle Sister,
The best fulfill our
but the
rank.
Celestians are chunky ladies. Minefield going down over here. Will it be able to be built up before the ladies come over this way? The girls see the Grey Knights coming over, and they think, nah mate, this is too much for us to deal with.
The Archie.
They've done their damage. They're going on to tier 2 now, so excellent timing just to sit back on your laurels for a bit. Space Marine player, seeing this, will not let them sit.
Require reinforcements.
No shooty bits on these listing posts, so they will be able to push a little bit further in. Going for some phosphor grenades and some more Battle Sisters is the
We command
Sisters of Battle player.
Draenor.
Canoness rejoining the fight will be able to help the Celestians against these Grey Knights. Space Marines ignoring these sisters over here, and then, oh never mind mate, engaging these ladies in close combat. Do believe another shiny thing coming from the Canoness. Do believe the Space Marines, yep, they will be able to do outmatch them in close combat. The Grey Knights have come over to take those guys on.
We command Draenor.
Celestians still holding on for dear life. More Space Marines losing their morale. Force Commander back online. We'll be going in for combat. Got an armory going down for the Space Marines now. Might want to see some flamers from their perspective, as these ladies do seem to be intent on remaining in close combat with them at all times. Able to fire and move with that thing as well. Was going to go for a commander weapon upgrade, but deciding against it. Probably seen something else he wanted. Grey Knights doing a very good job at chasing these girls back. Minefield has been completed. More Space Marines are out. Target finders on the go. We do have another Ecclesiastical Chapel going down. 101 and 40 compared to the 103 and 30. The economies are still very even.
Suffer not the witch to live.
Ecclesiastical Chapel, the second one will allow them to increase their squad cap. Also allow the Canoness to get some more upgrades and whatnot.
What's your order?
Space Marines manoeuvring around the side, going to be flanking these girls. Battle Sister still holding firm there. Got their Imagifiers on. Also researching some flamers.
At your command.
Ecclesiastical Servitor just vibing near the plasma generator. Space Marines now have started to get that critical mass, and they will be able to, well, the quite a difficult number of Marines to push back. Have managed to weather the storm of the sisters. Vindicate, or not a Vindicate assassin, a Death Cult assassin on its way out, and another, so double Death Cult assassins. So very interesting. We'll have to see if these two assassins will be able to bring much to the table. But let's go to the sister side so we can see what they're doing. Got 3 assassins per squad. They do a hell of a lot of damage.
It is a judgment.
So if they can stay out of the commander's vision. These Grey Knights have strayed away a little bit too far. More Celestians are on the way out. Space Marines focusing on doing some power bashing. But when they see these death cults, they'll think, nah, we don't want these around. Don't want those ladies around at all. They will mulch their way through anything and everything that isn't a building or vehicle. Celestian's about to come out and say hello. They only come out with 3 models there. Although now, yeah, they can still only get a maximum of 4. And the game of cat and mouse continues.
I whispered to my blades, kill.
We have excelled.
Space Marines turning around and focusing on the Celestians. The Celestian squad wipe has been done. Death Cult Assassins, well, very deadly. They are not the tankiest of ladies.
Born to the secrets of the Death Cult.
And they will be forced back. Space Marines
We are taking
going to try and focus down maybe on these listening posts. Want to keep that pressure up there. Don't want those ladies to get back full strength. Ah, I like that. And while all this is going on over here, Space Marines very distracted. Manufactorium is being built. Immolator coming out. Space Marines have no answer for it at the moment. More shinies coming from the Canoness. When this Immolator comes around, these Space Marines will be forced back, giving the Sisters some breathing room. More Death Cults. Assassins are on the way out. Missionaries coming out too. Chaff to keep the Space Marines occupied, while the Immolator comes out to rain fiery death upon all. And there we go, they're even upgrading the plasma guns, which is a very unfortunate timing for them. If they see it, they might be able to cancel some of those upgrades and go for some missile launches, possibly. Healing of Hands being activated. Immolator is out and about. One Grey Knight model on very low health. Force Commander has joined their ranks. And we do have a little skull probe over here as well, keeping these Death Cult Assassins within view. What the Space Marine player doing? He's gone for a Sacred Artifact, and he's going to go for a Chaplain, as well as some Plasma Pistols for his, what are they called? Sergeants. While this Immolator will be able to tank a lot of damage as well as deal out a lot of damage themselves. Death Cult Assassin squad has been wiped. Space Marine player has capped the central location. The Shrine of XL spreadsheets.
Praised be the Emperor.
Sisters might need to get some more. 139 to 127 and 40. Space Marine player does have the economic advantage at this present moment in time.
Yes, my lord.
Space Marines have... Ah, there we go. They've now gone for the missile launchers.
I accept the challenge.
So they will have to see if they can tie up this squad.
We are
In fact, actually, they've both gone for missile launchers, so it doesn't matter which ones you tie up. You have to get them both done. Immolator trying to stay around the back, although the range of it is not all that impressive. If it wants to fire at these boys, it will be focused down by these missile launchers. Ecclesiarchal Servitor is trying to keep it online.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must
I'm very impressed at the defensive capabilities of the Space Marine player. I absolutely thought that just the amount of mischief that there was caused by the Sisters, he would have been able to... Well, he would have just failed within the first maybe 10 minutes. Penitent Engine is out. But doesn't want to get too close too quickly. These guys will try and see if they can get some more boys out first. Repairing the Immolator. Don't want to go in half-cocked. Ecclesiarchal Chapel now being slapped around by the Chaplain. Which there's probably a wordy pun somewhere in there, but that's beyond my ken.
On alert, brothers.
Grey
The
Knights
enemy must be nearby.
standing in the way, keeping their Space Marine companions safe while they fire rockets off into the distance. Doesn't look like a safe place for the... We've got another convent going over here, and another Penitent Engine. 2 Penitent Engines will be able to occupy both of these squads. Those squads are occupied, then the Immolator can come along and take on this Grey Knight squad. Just depends if they can keep this Ecclesiarchal Chapel online. It is their upgraded one.
Secure.
So if they lose it, it will be quite a devastating blow. Penitent Engine can't wait any longer, will have to move in, but instantly being blown up. And that does look like the end. Sisters blowing up their own buildings and surrendering. Fantastic game. Got to say, a wonderful debut match from Inane Dugon Yaya. Mouse is a very good player, and holding up against him is quite the feat, especially with that opening chase around the map. Cool. Well, anyway, my name's been Mr. Landchat. Pleasure as always. Never a shot, and I will see you in a bit. Peace.